Alright, so I want everyone to imagine you and your friends having a big party, maybe an end of school year bash or beginning of summer. And you guys are all hanging out, barbecuing, swimming, possibly drinking. Well, now I want you to imagine that it's later in the evening and one of your good friends wants to go home, but no one around is sober enough to drive them. Unfortunately, this same scenario happens just about every day with many, many young people. So today I want to give you a little bit of information about how dangerous this is, give you some of the consequences of drinking and driving and some ways to prevent it. First, though, I would like you to meet Emilio Alfaro. He was born and raised in Klamath Falls, Oregon, 2008 Henley High School graduate, along with me, one of my good friends. He was a football player, a wrestler, and wanted to pursue a degree in criminology at Southern Oregon University. However, on February 28, 2009, he made a very critical mistake that cost him his life. He attended a party with several friends and decided to get behind the wheel later that night and drive home. He veered off the road and struck a telephone pole. He was pronounced dead on impact. Excuse me. Every year, at least 5,000 people under the age of 21 dies from alcohol-related incidents. 1,900 of these are motor vehicle deaths. Alcohol is the most commonly used and abused drug among young people today, more so than any of the illegal drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, and heroin. The people who are aged 12 to 20 years drink at least 11% of all alcohol consumed in the United States. And on average, they can drink more in one sitting than most adults. This is very, very dangerous, considering most people die when they're younger from drinking. Some of the consequences of drinking and driving include jail time, lots of fees such as towing and impounding, your fines just for getting your DUI, court costs, lawyer costs, things like that. You could lose your job, you have no income coming in, can't pay for your fines. Your insurance rates will go up, and, well, insurance is already expensive enough for many people. You lose your driving privileges. Now, most states have adopted a zero tolerance for drinking and driving. So that means on your first offense, you will see jail time, you will get your license suspended, and you will face at least $1,000 or more in fines. And the worst consequence of all is knowing that you possibly seriously injured someone or killed them. This is something you have to live with for the rest of your life, if you're alive. So some ways to prevent it. Call a cab, guys. I mean, there's tons of them around. I had to call a cab. It cost me $7 to get from the bar to my house. Not too terribly bad. Have a DD. Call your parents if you have to. They'd be more than happy to come and get you than to have to respond to an accident like Emilio's. Take away the keys of the people coming to your house if you're having a party. Lock up everyone's keys. Don't let them leave. There are many states that offer designated driver services. These are free services. You can call them, and they will come and get you and your car and take you both home. So if you have to go to work the next morning or something, you'll have your car and you don't have to worry about getting a ride there the next morning. And educate young people. There's many, many programs out. One for Oregon is Team Safety. It's put on by the Oregon Department of Transportation. And it consists of volunteers who go around to many of the schools, especially elementaries and junior highs, and informs them of the consequences, the dangers, and all that of drinking and driving. And they teach them a pledge, which I think is very important for everyone to see. It says, I pledge to follow the rules of the road, never use alcohol, tobacco, or illegal drugs, and always wear my seatbelt. I know I'm a winner when I'm safe and sober. Definitely directed at little kids, but I think it has a huge impact for every age group. So I have just informed you of the large number of people killed just from vehicle-related crashes that have to do with alcohol. I've also talked about the consequences, some very common sense ways to prevent these kinds of accidents, and I very much urge you guys to take the Team Safety Pledge. And please drink responsibly. Don't let anyone who's been drinking drive, because you don't want to have to know that it was possibly something you could have stopped. You know, because everyone deserves to see their next birthday. No one should have to celebrate their 21st.